just yet. Went full drive, blue lights lit up my brown eyes. I just tried to play cool. Cop said, boy, you're just a fool. Cuffed and stuffed me in the trunk. Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Son of a gun.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Crescent City of New Orleans and the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Washington Commanders and the New Orleans Saints.
And we all like to see to go. So put yourself over here, go. And let me see you get low. If you want this, do it now. Take it to the floor. If you want to act, you can keep yourself.
With my partner Greg Olsen, I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. Off we go here in New Orleans. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
They're on 29-yard line.
Throwing at the outset, it's Howard. Oh, the first play, and he is intercepted. Picked off by Kool-Aid McKinstry.
I'll tell you what, Mike, if you thought this place was rocking before, after that interception, it just took this atmosphere to a whole nother level. And now let's see if this offense can come out, take a deep breath, deal with some of these early emotions, and take advantage and strike for some points.
Here we go. Tonight.
Here's a first carry for their running back. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
At the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
They'll stick with him again. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Third down, they need 5.
Easy. Here we go, tonight.
He'll get this out wide. And he couldn't get free along the sideline. He's out of bounds, no gain, and it sets up 4th down.
The line of scrimmage.
So these are always the most disappointing drives, right? So you get the ball, you're on your opponent's side of the field, and then you go 3 and out. So you take the field, you say, this is a prime opportunity. Come away at least with points, and now they find themselves in a tricky, delicate situation. I'm curious to see what they do here on 4th down.
EQ! Hey, can. Hey, no muss. Go.
Fields to throw for it. He's going to look for the home run ball. That's incomplete. Daring ball on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
Let's go now.
Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. Not much happening there, just a short game.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 10. And the Washington
The motion man here is McLaurin. From the gun, a give to Etienne. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Save Riley on the tackle.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 4.
At the Saints
Slot man
40-yard line.
in motion right. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Throwing on third down. A throw out wide. That is dropped. That could be a live football.
They should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They'll throw for it with Howard. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Josh Metellus.
Howard's pass intercepted. Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll turn and hand this one off. Uh-oh. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown Saints. His 12th touchdown of the year. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him. And that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Blake Grupe comes on for the extra point. He knocks it through. The Saints will take a 7-0 lead.
Saints 7, Commanders nothing.
Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. And this is going to end up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line. They'll motion over Samuel. They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
Okay, ready?
He'll get this out to the left flat. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard. Sets up third down.
And it's third down.
Outside, so I'm standing inside, shutting you and I vibe to the booth. Like Tupac, I see a bunch of mean guys in a band and a tie. Going to the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. Ain't surprised to rob the killer vibe. Probably the reason you die, trying to fit it out, but I'm incentivized.
From the gun, it's Howard. And that is incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And it's going to be fourth down. The Commanders about to send this one away. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchdown. Out to the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. Finding room at the 35. Down the sideline, past the 40. And they're not going to run it down. He goes all the way. 80 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. On comes Blake Grupe for the PAT. He's got it. And the Saints will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0.
Commanders nothing.
Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Man in motion, heading right. Little quick pass to the receiver, heading right. And a nice defensive play there, coming through to make the play in the backfield. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, here's Howard. That's into the hands of Lane. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play there for Washington. 32 yards.
It's a gain of 32. First down, Washington.
Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Howard. He's close to a first down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and kick on first down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They'll run. It's ETN. And that one going to be closed down the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss. Commanders with the football to begin the second quarter. They come up now on 3rd down and 4 to go. Howard. Going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
They'll run for it with ETN. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They wind up getting 4 on that 4th and 1.
Test the wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
And he'll be out of bounds, a pickup of 5. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Howard. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Howard. And that is incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Hayes' kick is good. And the Commanders get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Turn his TV off, 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 turn his TV off.
After the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off. Here's Smith to return it. He'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there.
Their own 32-yard line.
Here we go. We good. Green 19, green 19. You got a mini base. Why not? Is that all right?
A 1st down throw for Fields. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's going to weave his way forward. It's a 1st down at the 44-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Down the sideline, past the 45. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. They get 15 on that game. It's good for a Saints 1st down.
Here we go, Sai. All right.
They'll run it with Tony Pollard. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd down. It's Fields. Gonna look deep. Looking for more. That one knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
Here we go. Blue 58, blue 58, press. Hey, can. All right.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. A ball deep for the end zone. That is caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. That touchdown number 3 for him in the game, and number 14 for the year. Group Murphy able to add the extra point. The Saints move out to a 21-3 advantage. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Throwing is Howard. A screen set up for Krosky Merritt. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help them at all.
2nd down, it's Howard. He's going to let this one go deep. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
3rd and long. Here's Howard. Has his man. It's Samuel. What a letdown for the defense. They allow a conversion on 3rd and 16. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38.
1st down, Commanders.
Now, ETN. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Second and a yard.
19, go!
To the air, Howard. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Saints take
The best
over
way, Mike,
1st
for a
and 10
defense to
at
bait
the
these bad
38-yard
throws
line.
is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. This a design run with Fields. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff will get a chance to look him over during the break. Here's a 2nd and 6.
19, down, Warriors, 70. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Take go.
Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. Got his man at the 6. And he will score! Christian Kirk, touchdown Saints.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page, quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Makes the score Saints 28, Commanders 3.
Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
On first down, he'll let one go down the middle. And he will go all the way. Jalen Lane, touchdown Washington. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
The extra point by Gay is good. The Commanders are able to cut into the deficit. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Here we go.
The drive will start on the ground, and he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line.
29-yard line.
175. You got a mini base, right?
Fields now on second down. That one into the hands of Moore downfield. That's good for 27 and a first down.
This is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Up the middle, here comes Pollard. Has some room inside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 10.
A gain of 34.
That is a big gainer for the Saints. It's a gain of 34.
Really nice job getting this ball out to the edge. And then once he's able to get clear of the D-line, get vertical and accelerate down the sideline, that's a great run. He's forced out of bounds, but not before setting up first and goal.
He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. Second and goal.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal.
Second and goal.
Here we go. Go.
They run it straight ahead with Pollard. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3rd and goal coming up. New Orleans, 3rd and final timeout as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. Now they operate from back at the 9, and it's 3rd down and goal.
Hey, Ken.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. It is brought in the end zone. Christian Kirk, touchdown Saints. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
I've been focused on the future, never on right now. But I can butcher either pink or brown. I'm the one that introduced you to the E right now. Oh my God.
Play clock has expired. We're not going to get this one off on top. Groupie now for the extra point. Backed up because of the penalty, but no matter. The extra point is good.
Score Saints 35, Commanders 10.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so that's whistled dead, and the ball gets placed at the 40-yard line. A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10, up at the 40. Here's Howard. He gets it to Samuel, left side. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and it just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Rashawn Gary. He gets in to record his 2nd sack of the game, number 4 on the season. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. One-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. Here's Smith to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
3-yard line.
ends with a run. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to have that first down. Tackle made up around the 35.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good one. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Blue 58, blue 58, start. Hey, can't. Right.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain there of 11. First down, New Orleans.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Check a lane like a game of chess. You want to be better, bring your best. When you standing in your front yard yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the hot girls yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling, bring them out.
2 first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Pollard. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by Cole Holcomb. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Green Knight. Hey, can't. Test. Bunch right. Go.
Fields. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A gain of 24 through the air. It's good for a Saints first down.
Here we go. We're good. Tonight.
Now Fields. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green 19. Delta. Tonight.
Now Fields. Moving outside the pocket, and he's going to slide down with the first down inside the 5. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
First down.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. Fields now. And that time, the pressure is too much. He'll go down. From back at the 13-yard line, it is 2nd and goal.
The Commanders' 13-yard line.
To throw is Fields. This will be intercepted by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Like, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
They'll throw on first down with Howard. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. Still going. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 90 yards. Touchdown, Washington.
Washington.
A huge play there. They go in the air. We only see a few touchdowns of that length all year. They go from backed up to in the end zone for a touchdown.
It is, Mike. In this case, most teams are saying, let's just pick up a first down. At the very least, give our punter some room out of the end zone. But not this guy. He's thinking taking it to distance, and that's exactly what he was able to do.
The extra point by Gay is good. And the Commanders are able to edge a bit closer.
17. For Washington.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
He'll get it going on the ground with Miller. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the play.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Shough. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Brenton Simpson gets up for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
On the jump. 79 Bronco. Go. Mustang 96. Rattler tracking 60. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready.
Looking to throw. Here is Shough. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. That is where you don't see 3rd and 17 converted all that often. First down.
Ready. Panther 60. Panther 60.
And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
So they try to throw a little bit of a curveball. We see him throw it to this guy a lot. Now, in this case, they hand it to him, thinking they can catch the defense off guard and generate a big play. And let's give a lot of credit to the defense. They were ready for it, they were prepared for it, and they held it to a modest gain.
Judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Check go.
Now a handoff to Pollard. And he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this third quarter. Thrown quickly, that's more on the RPO.
Sharps pass. Complete to Rondale
From the
Moore.
38 now, here's
So
second
pickup of
and 4.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Bison, 60 Bison.
Watch the whip.
They'll give on the ground, and they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 15. First down, New Orleans.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Alert.
Hey, watch the whip.
They'll stay on the ground. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
A loss of 2.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. They'll stick with him again. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
On the ground, it's Pollard. He'll get 4. And down inside the 20-yard line.
Brought down at the
In order to be
18-yard
successful
line.
as a run-heavy
gain.
offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
Rupee's kick is good. And the Saints will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
Commanders 17.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
To throw here on first down. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time.
It leads to second.
And it'll bring up second down. Working out of the gun, here's Howard. The pass is caught by Turner. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
That one into the hands of Turner. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
First down, Washington.
Throwing again, Howard. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed.
Intercepted. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. Down the sideline, past the 40. And he will score! Tony Pollard, touchdown, New Orleans. It's his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Groupie now, on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Saints will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
17.
Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. And it'll bring up second down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5. He'll get this out to the left side. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
first down.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
To throw again, it's Howard. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
On the set.
3rd and 11.
Set.
Howard to throw again. That is incomplete. Here we go. Here comes what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Going for it all. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That's a big ass, and the defense turns them away.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Let's go. Go.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he will have the first down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Hey. No.
Up the middle they go. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts. But this one is about done.
That's a gain of 3.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Shut up.
Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this one, a win for the Saints.